Hi boys and girls, welcome to Nature Boy 070. Today we're playing Count the Ducks. Can you tell me, actually before we play Count the Ducks, can you tell me where the male duck is, where the boy duck is in there? Yes, that's right, he's the one all the way over there. See him walking there? He's got the gray plumage. That means feathers. The difference between a female, alright, let me just show you a close-up of what a female looks like. This is a female. Notice how it's all brown right here. It's all brown, right? And then a male is different. A male, let me show you what a male looks like. A male looks like this over here. See that little gray dude over here, right around here? That's a male. Notice how the feathers are different color. See, that's a female here. Right there, that's a female, and that's a male. And the female's all brown, but he's got some gray plumage. And usually they have sort of like a blue greenish aura over their heads. Now normally this male shouldn't be here because all the females just hang out together and the males are usually on the waters. The reason behind that is that once the females have had babies, the males no longer stick around. They sort of go into their own groups and they help the young ones kind of grow, and they protect them to make sure they don't get killed by predators, right? Predators are animals that eat animals. But this guy obviously doesn't have any young ones to look after, so he's probably just hanging out here with the females. Because now that the females have done their jobs, they can just hang out here. Now you notice what she's doing here with her nose. Let me just show you here, just to give you an idea. See what she's doing there with her beak? You know how she's putting it in her feathers there? The reason you do that, so when they breathe, the air warms up. Sorry, I had a chipmunk climb up on my leg. That happens a lot around here. And you can see, look at this beautiful female here. See this duck? See what she's doing? She's fanning her feathers, right? What does that mean? See here, there's like a gap, and then there's the two wings, right? Now the reason for that is to try to get in some heat from the sun. As you can see, there's sunlight right here. It goes right onto this duck. So she's taking in some of the sun before she closes her feathers, like this one right here. Alright, so same with this one over here. Look how beautiful the plumage is, eh? Isn't that amazing? And look at this one here that's still stuck her nose right into her feathers to try to warm up the air that goes into her body. Because when you breathe in hot air or warm air, it warms your body. So that's why it's so important to get some sunlight. Just get outside, get some vitamin D, you know, like some good stuff. And as you can see, all the ducks here are hanging out. Can you help me count everything in the picture right now? Well, actually, it's kind of strange. So we're going to go over here. Let's count all the ducks, shall we? Let's go like this. All right, ready? So let's start with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Looks like a chicken, that one. That's not a duck, that's a pigeon. I was wrong on that one, but that's okay. It's fun, right? Now, see that female duck there? She's just like, oh, I'm so cold. I need a blankie. But ducks don't need blankies because their feathers, believe it or not, are really, really warm. It keeps them really, really, really warm. Right? And look at this one over there, is also doing it. Oh, look, she's warming her body. Aren't these beautiful creatures? Look at this one right by my feet. So here's a bird. Here's my foot. Right here. Foot, bird. They're not afraid because they know I come here to feed them. And look at that beautiful feathers there. She just fanned out her feathers to show you. Hey, look at my little purple stripe. You see that purple stripe right here? That's just the way they are born. Some of them are born there. All the females, most of the females, I would say, not all of them, they have this blue lining, right? It looks like a little blue stripe there. It's really beautiful. It's so that when they're in the water, it appears like they're not actually, it looks like they're not like a log or something. It just looks like a bird. And look at the back of the feathers here. Look how nicely fanned out that is, right? See how beautiful that is, boys and girls? This is a beautiful creature, and a lot of people think that they're ugly and that, you know, you've heard of the ugly duckling. Well, they're not ugly. They're actually very beautiful. They're very cute. Like my friend over here, see, he's just like looking around. She's trying to figure out what's going on here. Here's another one. Let's go back to our duck friends here. Can you think of an animal that has feathers besides the duck? That's right, there are geese. A chicken. That's right. And little birdies. Lots of birds, right? Do you know that what feathers do? Yeah, they help fly, but it's interesting. Do penguins have feathers? Oh, look, I've got somebody climbing on my leg. See him? He's climbing on my leg because he thinks I have more food. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm out of food. So, can you think of other animals? And why do you need feathers, right? To fly? Sure, of course. But what makes a duck float? Is it its skin? Is it its belly? Is it because it's full of air? Actually, no, ducks carry a lot of fat. Now, I want you to try an experiment, okay? Fat is like oil. So what I want you to do is take a little cup and put some water in it, about halfway. Then, with the help of your mom and dad, go and ask them for oil, whether it's sunflower seed oil, whether it's grape seed oil, whether it's olive oil, whatever oil you have, and take a teaspoon of it and drop it in the water. And then you'll notice something. Does it mix? No. Does it float? Yes. Try to push that oil all the way to the bottom of the glass using a spoon or using your finger, and you'll notice that it's not going down, it's coming back up. Because the fat or the oil is buoyant. That means it floats. So these ducks have a lot of fat in their bodies. So when they go in the water, they float. Just like my friend over there shouting. They float, and their feathers keep them dry. Believe it or not, their feathers are actually really tightly packed. Like, look at this one over here. I'm going to do a close-up for you here. Look at all those tiny, tiny, tiny feathers all the way at the front there. Oh, she's gone away. Sorry about that. Look at this one here. Look at this. Look at all those tiny feathers. Like, these are all little feathers here. See all these little feathers here? That's not one. That's like 100 feathers all strapped together. And they all come together so when they're in the water, it prevents the water from going into their bodies. And look what's coming up on my leg. Look at this. Look at this old grubby guy. What do you want? What do you want? I don't have any food. He's all the way up in... Oh my goodness. He climbed all the way up in my leg. Look at this. He's trying to climb up on my leg again. Sorry, buddy. I'm out of food. I'll have to get some more. If you want to feed these animals... You know, a lot of people feed them bread, but bread is okay. It's more like it's like feeding somebody McDonald's, basically, right? It's junky. It's not very good for them. It doesn't help them store a lot of fat and do a lot of great things with that. What you should feed them are dry goods like seeds, especially seeds. They absolutely love seeds, and so do chipmunks who are climbing up my leg. And now I have two of them that are trying to climb up. One of them actually touched my butt, and that's inappropriate. Mr. Chipmunk's then appropriate. So then if you look at all these beautiful ducks. So now, think of a farm, right? Think of a farm. What animals on a farm have feathers? There's actually probably, I can think of 3. How many can you think of? A chicken is one. A rooster's another one. So I'm thinking of 4 now. Yes, they have ducks on farms. And yes, I don't mean like the ducks that we're seeing here. We're seeing like those big white ducks, right? And what else? I'll give you a hint. What makes that sound? Again? What makes that sound? That's right, a turkey. Some of them have turkeys, so these are all feathered animals, right? Now, some of you are probably thinking, what if they have a parrot on the farm? Well, not a lot of farms have parrots, because parrots like heat. And most farms, you know, some of them, I'm not gonna lie, some of them are in the heat all the time, so you probably could have a parrot, but parrots, you know, they're pretty wild animals, right? They don't really belong in a cage. Hello, my friend. Are you trying to climb up my leg again? Look at him. Look at him. So, here's another game we're going to play right now, okay? I want you to look at this pile of ducks here. You know what? You see how there are? There's like, let me see if I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Those 6 ducks. How many have their heads stuck in their feathers? Let's count them, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do not have their heads in their feathers? Let's see. 1, 2. Now, here, let me show you why. The ones with their beaks and their feathers don't have a lot of light on them. The ones with the beaks out, well, they're right in the sun. So if you feel cold, even in the winter, step into the sun. Alright, so I'm going to end this video here. I've enjoyed my time with you. I hope you have too. And next time, I'll show you some footage of geese, really up close, because they're getting ready to fly south. Sorry, that's a boat in the water. So I'll show you geese, because they're getting ready to fly south. Can you boys and girls tell me why these animals, like these ducks and the geese, fly south when it comes really cold up here? I'm in Canada right now, so why do you think they leave Canada to go to the US, like in states like Southern Carolina, or South Carolina, sorry, in Alabama, and all those beautiful states? Do you know why they go all the way down there, boys and girls? That's right, they follow the heat. They want to go where it's nice and warm. They don't want to stay here where it's going to be freezing and cold. Only the strongest animals survive the cold. Can you think of animals that survive the cold? That's right, a polar bear. Oh yeah, polar bears love the cold. I mean, they live in it. Maybe they don't love it, but they live in it, and that's how they survive, right? Can you also look up, if you don't know what this is, it's called an Arctic fox. Look that up. That's really cool. Look at snow owls. All right, look at those kinds of creatures. And yes, a penguin, for sure, a penguin. Oh yeah. But what kind of penguins? There are two kinds. There's the emperor penguins. And I want you to research, that means look up, what are the ones that live in South America called? All the way in the Antarctica. What are those penguins called? Are they called emperor penguins, or do they have a different name? I want you to look at that, all right? As we look at these beautiful ducks here, you can see them all. They're all like just resting, and there's one right here, right by my feet. Now, lastly, I'm going to leave you with this thought, and this is a takeaway for you. Whenever you see an animal, doesn't matter what it is. It could be a snake, it could be a spider, it could be a duck, it could be a goose, it could be a pigeon, it could be your dog, it could be your cat. I want you to really look at the colors they have. And I want you to think of why they have those colors. For example, do you know why ducks are all brown, like these ones over here? Yeah. It's so they can blend in with the trees and nature, so nobody can see them. But we can see them because we have really good eyes, right? But at nighttime, it's really hard to see. And most of the animals that eat animals come out at night, right? That's why when we go to bed, we stay in our beds and we close the door and we leave a little bit of a light on. They won't come after us because most animals are afraid of humans. The only ones that are not really afraid of humans are like bears, the bigger ones, right? Like wildcats, bears. You don't have to worry about that though, because I'm sure your mom and dad can protect you. Now, I'm going to leave you today, and I hope you'll join me again when I look at geese for you. I should say geese, I almost said gooses. That's silly, isn't it? And then after that, we're going to see if we can catch a flight of them. All right, guys, take it easy. And I'll see you next time. Oh, and if you want to do me a really big favor, I'd enjoy it if you'd hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and leave a comment. Let me know what kind of animal you'd like me to see next. I'm planning on making a trip soon out into the wild, a little bit further up north, to see if I can get some black bears for you. Would you like to see that? Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.